that.
Yeah, bitches.
Like I forget every time.
Every time.
Ridiculous.
Brother.
Where do we want to start? There's a lot going on
You
this
know,
week.
you guys are gonna have to fill me in because I haven't
Throw
been
it
paying
out.
attention to any real wrestling news other than what you guys have been sending.
How about potential WrestleMania venue change?
That part I did see.
It better be in Vegas, mother.
It is. They blew
Yeah, I
that
think
because
it's gonna be.
even on SmackDown, one of them said, like, by the way, tomorrow's major announcement on social does have to do with WrestleMania. So completely just blew it. So
He said it today.
Oh, no.
yeah, he said it on SmackDown. So like there was tweets about that announcement from the social media team, big announcement tomorrow, and then they on SmackDown said it's about WrestleMania.
Okay, so it's
because
definitely
next year.
I feel
I
feel unless they gave her like different information, but I feel like the mayor of Minneapolis actually had gone on TV and was like a month ago or 2 months ago or something. It was like, yeah, like it basically we're in the running, or like made it sound like it was a definite for sure going there.
Oh,
I think WWE was throwing that out there too, because didn't Triple H do a tweet where like London was doing the same thing, and like there's let's talk.
call me.
Yeah.
And then his
Let's
tweet
talk.
spit water in the air. And I'm like, I've never seen that before in my life.
Yeah, why a tweet shouldn't
Let's
spit
talk.
water like that?
I can't spit water out there. It's snowing, so we can't.
So
put 'em in
I
the-
feel it's going to be tied between Wembley Stadium
Water freezes.
or Vegas.
It's gonna be Vegas.
Gotta be Vegas.
It's gonna be Vegas.
Well, if it's Wembley, I know where I know where I'm going.
Yeah, you'll be over
Yeah,
there.
right?
But if
Yeah.
it's in Vegas, we'll be in Vegas, baby. We'll be in Vegas.
Well, if it's Vegas, I might make that happen too.
There you
Like,
go.
that's just
That's next year. You still got all that time, you know. You can fly back and forth in a year, right?
Like, do you think people will die that year? I think so.
What?
I mean, wrestling fans are very rabid about like the product or whatever, but they're pretty tame, it seems like, outside for the most part. But I'm like, it's Vegas. Like someone's gonna die.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
will lose their entire life savings. Like people who don't wipe
Yeah.
their ass will actually
Yeah,
just lose
'cause
their
you know,
entire
like- There's a wrestling fan in another state right now. He's sweating because he's like, "Fuck, I got a gambling addiction." And be over there and
like okay, so
Literally
we
might
lived in
stop
Southern
himself on a
California and grew
weekend.
up, and we would go, you know, every couple of weeks or once a month, or maybe not that often, but every time I went, even when I was young and I worked at Blockbuster or video stores, I'd blow my entire paycheck at the blackjack table like it was nothing. I would just be like, I lost $200. I don't have anything in my checking at all. And it's just like it was like a monthly occurrence. It's just like the biggest wrestling fans are
Yeah,
gonna
we
die
went
next year,
every
to
we
a
went
good
every
point.
year for Halloween Havoc for like 4 or 5 years straight, and then we would just go other times like to Vegas just to go. So we'd probably go like 2-3 times a year.
Yeah. Lose your ass
I'm
every
down
time.
to go next week though, or next week. It's all next week. Oh yeah, it's next week. By the way,
You show
yeah.
up
If they
next
make
week.
if they make the announcement, we're buying
fuck.
buying hotel or Airbnb or something the next
Shit,
day.
I'm driving back
like, in
and
the
forth, baby.
that moment.
Well, Double or Nothing is
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend in like 3 weeks, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And then NXT is going to be at that UFC arena, which that's going to be really cool. Interested to see how that goes. Should be
the Sphere one?
where they have the the UFC fucking it's like a little
Performance
small
center?
like a stadium or arena that they made out there in Vegas. And it's
Yeah.
the UFC arena. So they're going to have NXT Battleground there. That's going to be really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I heard that WWE is going to have WrestleMania in the Sphere, so there's only like 5,000 seats, so each ticket's going to be $10,000. So
Bullshit. They should do
They do it
NXT
too.
like the stand and deliver the night before. They should do it in there. That
I'll
would
probably
be
do it
badass.
at that MGM arena.
No, they'll probably just do
Well-
it at the UFC arena where they're doing it. Well, actually, no, you're right because they want to have a bigger crowd for WrestleMania.
Well, no,
weekend for NXT.
T-Mobile, it's like right in the strip
That's
now, and it's
true.
where
That's
like
where
the
they'll do
Golden
it.
Knights play.
Yep.
And
Oh yeah.
Well, that's where
it's,
AEW
it's
does their shows,
amazing.
right?
It's like right where I forgot what hotel it used to be, but it's right there.
What
Is this true? So, and as everybody watches this, you're
So
probably
nice.
going to be watching Backlash tomorrow,
Oh yeah, 10 a.m. brother.
whatever time. It's 10 o'clock
Gross, brother.
Pacific and 1 o'clock East Coast.
We'll be over
That's
the
gonna be
water.
10 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah,
No,
10 o'clock
10
in the
a.m.
morning.
Oh, that's
10 a.m.
awesome. I was
Yeah.
getting stressed because I was like, what am I going to do? When am I going to watch it? I got to go watch a Kentucky Derby and gamble on that.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's 10
Gamble
o'clock
on
tomorrow
Backlash,
morning.
buddy.
Craig,
Save your money and
Craig
gamble
will
on
get it at
Backlash.
1 o'clock his time.
Awesome. Amazing. That
But and I'm looking
brightens,
right now.
that brightens
There's
up my
only,
day.
there's only 5 matches.
We got a lot of storytelling going on.
And you know what? There's only 2 that I kind of care about. Like, I'm
But
not
you know
super
what,
thrilled
Craig?
about this
It's probably going to be
pay-per-view.
a banger.
It always is. You're absolutely right,
It's
cuz.
probably going to be a
It
banger.
always is.
What are the 2 matches that you care about?
You fucking cultist.
Well, I'll go through them real quick. We have
Yeah.
Randall Orton and Kevin Owens against the Bloodline.
I think that'll be good.
Solo and Amatonga tag team match, and then we have the Kabuki Warriors defending their titles against Bianca and Jade.
That'd be interesting.
Possible title change there.
Yeah, that's
Bailey will defend her women's title against Naomi and Tiffany Stratton in a
that's gonna be
triple
great
threat match. Damian Priest against Jey Uso. I'm not interested at all. And Cody Rhodes will defend the heavyweight title against AJ Styles.
Because we know Damian's gonna win. I mean, I assume. I mean,
yeah, they're not on.
Actually, honestly, the two main events are predictable.
Yeah, you kind of know. You just hope that there's going to be some good
banger matches,
good action in it.
But that reaction from Jey Uso, and that was actually the dark match, apparently.
Yeah,
that video, that clip that I shared.
SmackDown.
And then basically they said, like, how come they couldn't figure this out in the U.S.? And it's everyone with their phones doing the yeet. So it's like Bray Wyatt's Fireflies doing the yeet. It
seemed like they dimmed the lights for it already, and they don't dim the lights for him out here. So maybe if they start doing, they're probably gonna.
They're gonna do it now. Like next time they come to the U.S., you're like, remember we gonna do the France? So
yeah, they'll
but Paul, you see that? Turn the lights down for my entrance.
Freedom fries, motherfucker. Yeah. What?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, so I mean,
not excited about that.
They do a solid 3 hours.
I'm excited for
that's still a lot of wrestling.
Saturday morning pay-per-view, you know.
A lot of
Saturday morning pay-per-view sounds awesome.
I'm excited.
I love it.
Little afternoon buzz, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, what's up, Paula? Sorry. Hey, get you do michelada in the morning. Yeah, breakfast beer.
Beer of champions.
Maybe Bloody Mary.
I'll take part in some RVD gifts. You know what I'm,
what's up?
RVD treats. What's up?
If you light up what I'm smoking,
pardon me?
Nope, I don't know that. What?
Yeah.
And also too, this week,
arrest them.
Dynamite on Wednesday. Week number 2 of the Tony Khan getting murdered. I kind of like it was low key the whole episode, but I kind of liked it, but it was weird. Like it was WWE light, like the whole night was, but it wasn't a bad thing. Like they were just calm. Like I love the fact that they had this corny tape thing of Tony Khan going hello, and he's got his fucking neck brace on, and he's like, "I'm still here in Florida. I'm unable to travel." And then it scrambled, and then it showed the Young Bucks going, "Oh, Tony, what happened?" Like they're in the production truck, and they're like, "Oh, I guess we lost the feed. That's a shame. That's a shame." And I kind of liked what they did. And then they started
cut to a
down.
Dynamite Open that's literally just the Bucks and Okada. It was very, very funny.
Yeah.
So the entire Open to Dynamite was just
they did a whole new opening. It was the Bucks and Okada and Perry.
Yeah. And Perry.
It was the whole opening, the whole song with just their clips. It was really funny actually. And Swerve got on there, and Swerve came out and started cutting a promo and called him like, what you guys did to Tony Khan was a bitch move last week. And they got on the video screen, and I do like their side comments. I think it's working for the Young Bucks. Like the other brother always like says funny things, like when they revealed the footage of CM Punk that one time when he was like, "We didn't even have time to pray," like before the match or whatever. That made me laugh. And then on this one, like he was talking, and then the other brother goes, "And Swerve, you cursed," like that. And then and then the other brother, without missing a beat, he's like, "It's fine." That's true. So great. Like I was like, you know what? Like they didn't rush anything. Yeah, they didn't rush anything, and every segment seemed to be calm, and they let the segment play out. Like Samoa Joe wrestled the one guy from House Party, and the guy from House Party was like a heel, so he's like super verbal. He's getting himself over, but every move that he did, he made sure Samoa Joe absolutely destroyed him. And so Samoa Joe reversed him, and like when they go to give him a backdrop, but instead they just throw him straight up, and the opponent lands on their face.
Mm-hmm.
In the air, he's all like super loud, and everybody started to laugh, and he pancaked. And then Samoa Joe did his classic, where someone will go to dive on him, he'll just casually walk out of the way, like shit's not real, like like he did that.
But the dude did it. He did it in the ring, jumping out, and then backdropped himself on the mat outside.
Himself on the mat,
like a Spike Dudley move, like
It was like, and he did it all to himself. But I was like, like I could get used to this, like right, like they have to find a way to get their television product to stitch itself week by week by week and get you to do it. Like, I'm not saying I don't enjoy the matches, but save all that. If you're going to start doing monthly pay-per-views or pay-per-view every 2 months now, that's where I want to see the bangers. That's where I want to see the blood. That's where I want to see you make me stop breathing 800 times with the Daniel Bryans and the, Okadas and Ospreys and all that stuff. Or you give me one really good match on Dynamite, but make your storylines play out. I liked it. I was like, okay, if they're on this calm pace, they're not in a rush. They didn't seem like they rushed anything. Like, so I'm like, okay, all right. I mean, I don't know. Monet is going to trigger me. I double or nothing. She's just going to, because I don't know what she's doing right now. But if she turns heel, maybe it's fine. Maybe it's all going to be fine.
She's
don't
gonna
really
be
have,
heel
like-
no matter what.
Well, because she's fighting Willow, right?
Yeah, she's fighting
And then-
Willow, and I don't
and then
know why
Willow
they're trying
fought,
to turn
like,
Willow.
Willow
There's no
fought,
way she's not gonna go heel.
And she's super popular.
Willow fought Sky Blue
Yeah.
on Dynamite in like a death match. It was insane, like thumbtacks, like a barbed wire.
I like Sky Blue.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome. They beat the shit out
It was
of
on
each other. Sky
Dynamite?
Blue was
Or
amazing.
was
It was on
Yeah.
Dynamite.
Yeah, Sky Blue's really good. I like her.
I've always
Sky-
liked Sky Blue.
Sky
Yeah,
Blue
me
loves.
too.
She wants to cut herself. Like she wants to take a thumbtack to the back of the head. She's and she has the second best ass in wrestling.
Yeah, Liv Morgan,
sorry.
take note.
Yeah.
Biatch.
Whoa.
She's always like, I want to
I
be
mean,
in
depending on the angle,
No,
it's
you
either
haven't.
Liv or Sky Blue every week.
Right.
It's
But
like,
Liv, I like
Yeah,
Liv.
it's-
This one's really good.
Liv is she's doing really good too.
Yeah. She posted a
And
video that was like
Omega
I think I
returned
sent it to you
and,
guys
you
at
know-
some point. Was like Liv Morgan doing butt stuff, and I'm like, that's just. And it was just her doing like butt workouts, and you're like,
Oh, butt pose, yeah, and how you pose or whatever. I think I saw that.
no, it wasn't even posing. It was just like like squat thrusts,
A workout.
or like
So
like hip
funny.
thrusters and
Yeah.
like squats. She's like, yeah, and she was working out with somebody. She's like, yeah, we're just gonna do butt stuff. Do you want to do butt stuff with me? And it was like,
Fucking Bo Dallas is probably like, hey, what are you doing?
what are you doing?
Stop.
What are you doing?
Sorry, Jessica.
Eh?
It's not who we are. Yeah, Omega returned. Kenny Omega returned from diverticulitis and was, cut a really good promo about how
He really did.
he was really
Yeah.
really sick and like he didn't know if he'd ever wrestle again and all that stuff. And then of course the Bucks come out and turn on him and officially kick him out of the Elite, which is really good because like the way they made his promo was so good, you thought like he shouldn't be taking bumps like that. Why is he?
Yeah.
So like, and then they carried him out on the stretcher and they beat the shit out of him on the stretcher and dumped him off the
Yeah.
stretcher. So it was really good. Like, I like Perry so far. Like he's keeping an edge to him, like almost like a loose cannon Brian Pillman here.
He
Reminds
needs
me of
to.
a little bit.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
the vibe
and
I
I
was
like
like
it. At first I was like, if they put him with like the Elite, like the Bucks are animated and over the
Yeah.
top, and Okada is kind of animated in a way when he needs to be, but he could be the quiet heavy in the back. And he's so fucking deceptively tall. I keep forgetting every time he stands next to him. Like he's a goddamn giant, but he's really like 6'3", 6'4", which is still big. But I mean, like I'm like, God damn, they're so small, the other people. But I like Perry because he doesn't try to be over animated like as a heel as the Bucks. They always turn it over to him. They're all now here for Perry, and then they leave, and then he'll cut like this scathing promo and about how like he's a scapegoat and he lost time from his career because of everybody's politics and shenanigans, and I like it. So far so good. I agreed with Cuz about how the Tony Khan thing came out of nowhere and it was kind of rushed, but I don't know if they keep having film stuff from Khan and they keep cutting him off, which is really funny. Bischoff got powerbombed through a table and then revealed himself as the NWO benefactor 4 or 5 months later.
Mhm.
So nothing's out of the realm. And if they keep him in the back where he's just a heel and he does a lot of film comments or he doesn't do a lot of talking, I'm fine with that because he'll get booed so loud. Like he'll get so much heat. Like
That
if
would
he
be the
just stands
smart
there.
thing if Kenny is there Stone Cold and Tony Khan betrays Kenny or whatever,
It's
Kenny
kind of
thinking-
always been about Kenny in a weird way.
Yeah.
Unless Cody, it was
he's
about
their
Cody
main guy.
too.
Like
Omega was kind of like their main guy. He had a great title run when he was a
He did.
heel. And Adam Page was kind of like the hero for a bit there.
Yeah,
But it's really
then,
always been Omega. Like Omega's kind of been their glue, like in a way.
that's what it seems like. Because it to me, it just hasn't felt the same, I think, since also Kenny Omega's been gone. Like I felt like there's always something missing from it.
yeah.
Like something that's
There,
yeah, I
there
don't
was
know.
a void when
The
Cody
centerpiece.
left, and then the Punk void left just a bad taste in everybody's mouth. It's just bad. And then now it kind of seems like they don't have like a big player. I mean, they have big names, obviously, but I mean, Daniel Bryan's not in front of the crowd. They're working on Ospreay still. Swerve, I think we were debating last week too. It might be too soon to have put the title on him. I love Swerve.
Yeah,
I'm really
he's gonna
glad
be
and happy
transitional,
for him.
unfortunately.
But the crowd is not like they're cheering him, but they don't have reasons to cheer him. He just turned face. And then when Christian attacked, by the way, the Christian segment was really good, I thought as well. And, but Christian said all these true things. He's like, you attacked, my special boy
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like, and
Last
he did.
year.
And that's when
You
Swerve
went
was
to
a
his
heel.
kids.
And,
Left him in a
yeah,
pool
you
of
went
his
to
own blood.
someone's kid's room, like, and all that stuff or whatever. Like, so, like, I was like, well, I mean, Christian's right. Like, like you did all those things. And so I don't know what character Swerve is right now. And
Yeah.
I love Swerve. I love his
Mhm.
theme. I love his energy. He's a star. I think Cuz might have said it after the match with Paige, the bloody match back at Full Gear.
Mm.
His entrance like for the
I love
first
his
time,
music.
I was like, Swerve's a fucking star. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
just the way he walked out and the way he looked up, like everybody else was animated around him. They were dancing to the song, and he came out just like still
Yep.
and with his
All
big
stoic
jacket on,
and
just
shit.
looked up. Yeah, and he was just stoic and
No.
like kept walking. And
To
that's
me,
another
it
thing,
was
too,
that
the contrast.
To me, it was.
Well, I feel
at
like they should have
Wembley,
like kind of like
all in.
like
all in,
stretched out,
'cause, yeah.
stretched out his push a little bit. Like put the secondary title on him, you know, and
Or
Missy
let
already
him
had it.
finish. I don't. I think
And
Adam
just-
Page actually had to leave for a reason. I don't know why, but I would love to have seen them kind of finish their feud
Yeah,
before
finish
he
their-
won the title. But I mean,
Yeah.
I think like
well,
Osprey's
especially
got to
if,
win in all in,
Yeah.
right? Osprey's got to win in Wembley, right?
So why
Like, I can't see.
it feels like they're
anybody
stunting
else.
his push. You
Should've
know,
been
so it's like
Samoa.
if they would have
Yeah.
just lengthened this push, put a secondary title, let him run that for like a year, have Osprey beat Joe in Wembley or whatever, and
That's what I thought.
that just
Yeah.
seemed to make more sense than to beat.
Omega said to
beat-
Okada, "Let's do it in a
you
couple
know.
months." So maybe he meant all in with that. So Omega
Forbidden
Okada
Door, maybe.
in Wembley.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
maybe.
Yeah. I guess that
The
could
way
be
it's looking now with the people they have now, by the time All In rolls around, that probably is going to be like fantastic. That whole show,
It's
because like
my God,
they're starting to spread out. Like you have Okada, it could be possibly Okada and Omega, and then you're gonna have Osprey on top, probably somewhere against Swerve or whoever, like they do. I just like, yeah, I feel bad for Swerve, and I don't know. You never know; they could do something totally different and go a different way. But like, yeah, it's
They
like
got-
I'm glad they gave it to him, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, fuck, like I think it sounded really good. Let's put it on Swerve, and everyone loves him and likes him, and he's awesome, and he talks professionally, and like he really seems like he wants to be a company guy, and he talks really positive about the locker room and everything, and that's awesome. You need that, but then I think it's like one of those things when you pull the trigger. Like I kind of feel the same way about Damian Priest right now, like where I'm like,
Yeah.
like I don't know what to do now. You were funnier when you were chasing, and I don't know. Like Swerve seems like he got swallowed up by the moment, not because he didn't deserve it per se, or he's not super talented, because he's awesome. But I'm like, I don't now. What
I just
what
don't
is
think
he like?
I just don't think they have a plan, and I think we've talked about this on
Yeah.
the podcast before with that AEW, like they live in the moment, and they're full on like what can we do to get ratings? What can we do to like pop the crowd? As opposed to let's draw it out and let's take our time with Swerve. This guy, like they kind of screwed with, they screwed up with Wardlow too. Like I feel like they're gonna kind of, if they don't get a plan in place for Swerve, they're gonna take this like really dynamic talent and
They have something
and screw
right
it up.
there. Yeah.
Because they're just like, oh yeah, let's put it on him right now. That's a great idea. Not thinking that, oh yeah, we've got to, where somebody's going to probably drop the title to Osprey in 3 months.
Yeah. And whenever someone gets a title on them, like you want to see something stoic about them, or you want to see them level up. Like when Roman became heel, there was something about Roman. Like when he would walk in the room, you're like, oh, like, but even Cody, even though Cody's a white meat babyface, like there's something about him. There's some maturity and like this. He commands everybody's presence, even though Cody's not overly charismatic. He's very like relatable and he's very emotional, and people draw to that. I was
would you call him a
how's
common man?
Swerve gonna level up? And Swerve he's
Con
wrestling good
artist.
matches, but he doesn't. His character didn't like level up, like when he won the title. And I'm like, man, like, and I love Swerve, and we didn't talk about it that much the week that he won it. Like we were just talking about goddamn Daniel Bryan and Osprey. But like I don't know, man. Like I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it turns around, and I hope that. But so far, the crowd, they've been cheering him out of respect, but they're not popping loud for Swerve. They're just like, why do we need to cheer for you again? I mean, you did do all these horrible things that Christian said. Like, you did all of them, actually.
but
they don't know what to do with them.
The last 2 weeks, they've had the NBA playoffs all on TNT and TBS, and so they got a lot of push. And Swerve's coming out, I believe it was Saturday on Collision, got like 800,000 viewers for the first 10 minutes. So that was all Swerve, and they pushed him Collision. So you never know what's going to come out of this. They're obviously trying, and maybe they can. And maybe it won't be Osprey and Swerve, maybe Osprey and someone else, Osprey and Christian. Like, who knows?
Fall flat. It might fall flat, but it doesn't feel bad. Does that make any sense? Like,
no,
I'm waiting. I just don't want
bad.
them. I like Swerve, so I'm invested in him as a wrestling fan.
I like him too.
I don't want them to drop the ball with him, because I'm like, man, like I don't want you to ruin him and then never revisit him later. Because like, maybe we're all wrong. Maybe like,
Osprey, I mean, it's a hell of a feud going against Christian in his first kind of title defense. Like, there's.
Yeah,
awesome.
Maybe Osprey will face somebody else or whatever.
Maybe Osprey goes against Omega, or whatever. Like
we might get.
maybe he doesn't win the title. I mean, it seems weird that Yeah.
Double or Nothing. It's him and Roderick Strong. That's gonna be fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
What about so MJF? Speaking of AW, MJF, I guess his injury's worse than they thought.
Yeah, I guess physical therapy didn't work, so he had to go under the knife. So he might be out until like the fall. They're thinking like, yeah, he's
WWE bound.
He's far more hurt than people thought, which sucks for them because like they need like a
they kind of need him.
babyface spark like to come back. They need some big star, like to come back, and they just don't have him right now.
That could be, them blowing smoke up everyone's ass too, though, saying that.
Right, could be.
Well.
Right. That's true. That's a good point as well. Like, and then he'll surprise us and come back at Double or Nothing.
Yep.
You guys hear that clip?
And he'll be like, I did have surgery, but like, it's like a nose job or something. Like, it's like something.
He's all to
like
get a
stupid,
mole
like
removed, you idiot.
Yeah. Oh, no, but you idiot, get checked. Stop. So, yeah. No, I mean, it's good. I feel it's calm. I don't know what that means, but I feel the AEW product is calm right now. Like, and I feel like they're trying. They're like, we'll tell some stuff. We won't just blow our wad. We're gonna try to lead you along a little bit and tell you some things. And
someone
push
probably
some
finally
people.
told Tony to shut the fuck up. Stop saying
I
stupid stuff.
I don't doubt that, right? Like, I don't doubt that.
Someone
it feels different. Or maybe like some of the veterans like Claudio and Daniel Bryan and all them are like, no, like you got to start doing this. Because I'm also noticing some people cross over from Collision, which I fucking love because I'm so tired of like people not being on both shows that are their big draws. Like, no matter what you think about the Acclaimed, they're over. They should be on both shows. And I don't know why they're not. And it makes me crazy. House of Black should be fucking on both shows. Edge is trying because they're playing video packages to hype Collision or whatever. So Edge is trying to bring House of Black, it seems, on to Dynamite. And I like that. And I love a feud with Alistair and Edge if it happens. That will be really fun. Because Edge always liked them, I think, even back in the other company. So, like, back in the Federation.
He wants to create another Judgment Day. He wants to try again. So we called Revelation.
Yeah, it's going to be like super
biblical
close.
term.
It's going to be the Day of Reckoning. That's what they're going to call it. It's like it's kind of the same as Judgment Day.
So we got to be.
It's not.
Oh, it is.
They're all.
We got to be. So we got to be DX in your house.
He plays dumb. He's like, it is.
Oh shit.
It is.
This is David Pastor. Oh, you mean Damian Priest? No. David Pastor.
Oh shit!
Took me a minute. I was like, David.
I'm sorry, I was stupid.
Yeah. No, I like it. It's good. But I felt stupid because I was like, David Pastor. Oh, I'm dumb.
Yeah, I see like a light finally at the end of the tunnel where they're utilizing people they should be utilizing, and I don't mind. I could watch Samoa Joe do a semi-squash match like every fucking day. They should just have him on all the time just to do that. I don't care. Like, Samoa Joe's hilarious. Like, and you need someone in there that he could just beat down and like throw around, and it's fun. Like, it's super fun. Like, so I don't know. I was very at peace with everything. Both companies. I'm just like, okay, Backlash is coming up. It's going to be a great show because they're in England, and already the crowd tonight for SmackDown is hot as shit. So like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome tomorrow. So man, like, I'm like, okay, good. Everyone, please calm down. Just tell me some stories, please. Did we talk about Broken Matt Hardy back in TNA? I don't know if we did or not.
I don't think we did talk about that last week. No, and yeah, I forgot about that too. That's cool.
We just talked about 500 viewers for the pay-per-view.
That's right.
Argue about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy was on it, but
and I still
being
see that
broken
being
and
the number going around. So I don't.
But he was in a 3-way tonight for the title already. Like and then Jonathan Gresham's in the Muda mask. Have you seen that? Spitting black.
I thought I saw that, but then I thought, like, was I half falling asleep and like kind of half dreamed that or something?
He
Yeah,
always wore
like,
the
watching videos of
the
it?
Luthu mask before, so he changed up his mask.
If it looks like Muda's green, is that Luthu? But he was also spitting black mist the last couple of weeks.
He used to wear like that big octopus looking fucking.
No, it looks like Muda's the second.
Yeah, because in Ring of Honor he was wearing the octopus stuff, right?
Yeah, the HP.
It was like the Kraken head with the tentacles hanging down. It was like
that's what that Cthulhu.
Oh,
Yeah, he used to wear that. I thought that mask was pretty badass. I like that. But I haven't seen the.
But I hope TNA gets momentum. Like, come on,
I do too, man.
Dude, have
I
a solid.
I think there's something odd. I think they were pushing streaming more. I think when the final number comes out, I just can't see that big of a drop. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, how many people were watching TNA already, and now that they had that subscription, I think someone said it last week. They said maybe a lot of them just fucking opt in to do that. Like, there's not a big fan base, so I mean, I guess.
Well, yeah, I think we did talk about it. It was like if the streaming is $10 a month,
But-
and the pay-per-view they're going to charge $50 for a pay-per-view. Why would you
And
buy
yeah.
the pay-per-view?
Well, it's only
Yeah.
so the only things that are included in the $10 a month is the whole library, obviously, and then after the pay-per-view is aired.
But there's tiers, right? Cuz
Yeah, the most expensive tier would have gotten you the pay-per-view that costs $50 a month. You have to pay the
What's the most
$20
expensive tier? 15?
250 a
you
year.
pay, yeah, 250.
200 for the year?
Yeah, 250
yeah,
for the year.
250.
Ooh, at 25 a month? No.
20
No.
something a month, right? No, wait.
That's like
20 a month.
17 a month.
No, wait a minute. That can't be right then. Maybe it was 340 a year or 350 a year.
20.
I remember
for some reason I thought you were.
You know, I'm gonna look
I
this up.
think you're
right
right though, cuz
I'm
I
gonna
think it was
pull this shit
250. I think it was.
It may have been which then I guess
It's like-
$17
it's
is
like
a month.
$12,000. I'm like, well, there you go. That's your problem right there.
That's
I
mean-
super expensive. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would I do that?
if it really is
That's a
$17
tiny bit
month,
high,
actually, it's not
$20
bad.
a month. But you know,
I mean, if
Netflix-
you get everything though, if you're into them,
Either way,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
you're right.
so-
As a casual or a lapsed TNA fan, it doesn't motivate you to try it again.
yeah.
But if you like TNA, I guess if you're like, well, I watch it all the time, I get every Impact show every Friday or whenever it is, and I get every pay-per-view, and I get all their library, which dude, they've been around since 04, 03. They have a massive fucking library.
wait a minute. Oh, I was like $95 a year. I was like, but that's the offer
That's for the basic, right?
That's for the $9.99. You can do $9.99 or $95. You actually have to pay. So it's actually less than I thought. $219 a year for the upper tier.
for everything.
Wait, what is this shit?
You'll get-
Other licenses, Slammiversary, $39.99, Rebellion 2020. What is this shit? So you still have to order those
See,
separately?
that's what worries me about WWE going to Netflix. Like, they're gonna fuck us. Like, it's gonna be like UFC
I
where
hope
you
not.
have to pay for ESPN Plus, and then you still have to pay an additional.
Don't
I will
fucking
be very
start saying
upset.
that. Don't you
No,
fucking
I think
start saying that.
They're
There's
still
money
keeping
there.
the-
Like, yeah.
They're keeping the network on. No, they're not, are they?
Well,
they're not
right
keeping the
now,
network
I
on
don't know when
Peacock?
I don't know when Peacock expires, and by them getting Netflix, they were absolutely going to leverage Peacock. So when the deal comes up, if Peacock doesn't pony up the money, then they're going to Netflix with the entire library, and you're probably
that-
going to have to pay like $30 for WrestleMania in addition to whatever you pay to get the
No,
library.
don't say
You're gonna
that.
have to-
Don't
telling you,
fucking
like,
jinx it, man.
They did that with UFC.
Yeah, see,
That's what
you
they did
just
with
want
UFC.
all this negativity to come true, don't you? You just want us to fucking pay $9.99 or
Well, when it
whatever the
happens,
stupid
what
price
do-
is for
what do you-
Netflix. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even know
Well,
what the
Netflix
price
is
is
getting
now.
what? Netflix is just getting Raw right now, correct?
Yeah,
You're going to
just
be
Raw.
so. Yeah, right now they're just getting Raw.
What's
Because they're
the-
testing the water of all the live programming for the first time ever. So they
Yeah.
have the Tyson
Yeah.
Jake Paul fight. They've got
is
like
that?
comedy specials going live.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Is that Chris? They did last year. They did Chris Rock, the live Chris Rock.
Yeah. So
we
they
might-
they
we might
want
give
to
the-
get into this more live stuff. So it's more destination TV. Like that's the only reason why you don't get Netflix is because you have your cable. You need something live. You go to Netflix for live shit.
Yeah.
They've got you.
what they
Just
should
like
do,
Amazon.
which is what I hope they do, is you
Yeah,
get
because Amazon
WWE
does that right now already, doesn't they? They have like Thursday Night Football and
Yep.
Yeah,
and like a few other things.
but you get that included, I think, or you still get that included even if you just have the regular Prime membership, I think, right? The Thursday
Right.
Night Football.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
The only tiered is that like is whether you want to watch 90 seconds worth of commercials before your
Yeah.
your movie starts.
So
Which
if what is
don't,
Netflix
but-
right now? What is the because I don't have Netflix. What is the price
think
for the
it's-
basic?
I think the lowest
It was-
is 13 or 16.
Yeah, I want to say it was $12.99.
They used to have an $8.99 that went to like 12.
I
Yeah,
know,
$12.99.
I
Maybe
mean,
it's
it's
$12.99.
it's everything, just like everything.
You get
Well,
two
I mean-
DVDs in the mail, and then but you have to mail the DVDs back, and then they will.
And you have
Imagine-
to keep your queue.
That's how you
current.
watch the
You have to
WWE
keep your
Network.
queue,
Yeah, a WrestleMania
Oh my God,
DVD.
That's
like,
right,
you have to
dude. The
get it, like,
queue that I was going to get next.
Yeah.
I fucking loved going to the mailbox to get Netflix DVDs is the best part.
Yeah,
Like,
it was just like, it came. I'd get 4 at a time. Fucking.
it's all, this
watch-
disc look all fucked up. Okay, we'll try. Oh, it plays.
Yeah.
And then when the streaming came, like there was only a handful of things that you could stream, so it was like stupid.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty soon you'll be
And
able
they
to
started
just,
getting licensing. They started getting all the
Pretty
rights
soon
to all
you'll-
these shows.
pretty
and-
soon you'll just
Yeah.
close your eyes and log into your Netflix and you'll be watching in your head.
Yeah.
I just could watch wrestling like
Yeah.
that. That'd be kind of cool.
Or those dumb fucking glasses, those Apple
Yeah, that's what I'm wearing right now, Craig.
Mania Rumble 90.
Yeah,
So I'm controlling the stream right now.
I was watching Backlash right now.
Yeah. I'm in the future, man. I'm in the
They
future, brother.
they do look like those fucking glasses. Did you get those because they look like Macho Man glasses, or no? Or just you like them?
Yeah, Macho Man. And I wore these at my wedding.
Oh,
There's
that's
lore.
awesome.
There's lore behind everything.
Nice.
Nice.
Everything tells a long-term story
Yeah.
right behind
Storytelling.
it.
Cuz is all into long-term storytelling.
See?
Yeah.
Okay. What why I watch the number one pro wrestling promotion in the world, AAA. Yes.
Which Nick Nemeth won. Was that CML? No, that was Triple Mania. He beat
Triple Mania.
Alberto Del Rio, who looked terrible
and
and drugged out, and that was not. He did
was
not
like
look
breathing
good.
heavy when they did the face off at the press conference before the fight. Yeah, he was.
And then Nick Nemeth had to do this whatever. Like I'm so sorry. So please correct me if I'm wrong. This is terrible. There's an old woman in the crowd that handed the belt, but she looked terrible and not happy to be there at all. I didn't know who she was, but she was the wife of the founder of AAA. Or what? But I was like, that's very strange.
Here's your belt.
Here's your belt, honey.
Because Jeff Jarrett was there doing some racism stuff, gimmick with them too.
Puto gringo.
He has a huge history. He does it. I guess like people hate him down there because he's the American that comes over there all the time, and he's like, "We're better. You guys suck. You're trash." Like he does it all the time. Like he did it back when he was NWA champion with TNA. Like him and Conrad talked about it. Like he has this long history in Mexico. People actually hate him. Like they want to kill him. Like, when he goes over there because he always like talks crap on him. He's like, "Oh, well, I'm back in this dump, but you guys need me."
Speaking of, did you see JBL's Twitter this week was talking about? I think it was 20 years ago against Eddie Guerrero, and when he gave a real life
we're gonna
heart
review
attack
that. Because Dave and I went there live. The original Eddie Guerrero and JBL, where Guerrero bled all of his blood out, like in Los Angeles, like in front of our eyes. That was the start of the JBL, and it was a Judgment Day. Oh, funny!
But was that the same? Was that the same night as the mom when he gave Eddie Guerrero's mom like a legit heart attack?
No, I think that was a build-up. I think that was on one of the episodic television shows, like leading up to it.
Because it was like in El Paso, Texas, and the cops had to give JBL a legit ride to Odessa, and there was something, and then they were like, "You have to get out of here. You could go to the airport north or whatever." It was like crazy heat. They actually thought he gave the mom a heart attack. It was a fun show,
and it was one of the original like brand extension pay-per-views. Remember for like a year, they did one Raw pay-per-view, and then the next month would be SmackDown. Then they would do like SummerSlam, and then they would do Raw, SmackDown.
I kind of wish they would do that.
The Judgment Day 04 was SmackDown only, so it was like brand new John Cena, like a month or two after winning the U.S. title from Big Show at WrestleMania 20. Like Cena was over as shit. He faced Rene Dupree. Remember when they were pushing Rene Dupree? For a while there, and then Mordecai debuted.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was the White Undertaker.
Yeah, the White Undertaker.
Right. I was like Mordecai. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was trying to.
And then he ended up being the vampire.
I think he faced Scotty 2 Hottie or something like that. I think that's who he faced at the pay-per-view. Yeah. And then Booker T against the Undertaker, and Eddie and JBL was main event. Oh, Undertaker.
Oh, Undertaker. Yeah.
You're not dead. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, dog.
Don't do it.
Shooky dookie.
He's floating.
He's not walking. Stupid Taz. Even though like him and Michael Cole were awesome.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, no, it's a good week. We got Backlash coming up, and I don't even know.
I can't wait for
Double or Nothing at the end of May, on a damn holiday weekend, which I like because if you're gonna put a pay-per-view on Sunday, just give me the next day off because I'm really sick and tired of.
Memorial Weekend, huh? That's when it is.
Yeah.
Damn it, and that's in Vegas.
Yeah, that's in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going that weekend. That's gonna be a crazy weekend to be out there.
Yeah. The COO of WWE resigned this week. The third most important man after Triple H and Nick Khan.
Who did? I'm sorry.
Barry Blum is his name.
Oh,
so the chief operating officer. No one knows. Is it going to be Steph?
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, Steph. Yeah, because Steph was on. Well, she did some stuff on Raw, right?
She did. Steph.
Yeah, she's
for the draft.
Resign.
But I think COO. She cannot be COO. COO like. You have to know IT, you have to know legal, you kind of have to have expertise in like you were basically everything on the operational side. And she was more like content side. So
you don't know.
I don't know. You don't know.
They didn't bring her back on there just for her to be making an exit though. I don't think so. So
yeah,
right. They're gonna like some sort of.
She's not gonna be thrown under the bus for anything.
Paul. I will admit I was wrong last week, and I think Pat McAfee said that Nick Khan did not sell all his shares, so he said that entire story's bullshit.
Look at you fucking AEW cultist pushing your fucking bullshit narratives. Look at you. Fucking, you're on the other side of Alex Jones. You're basically the other side.
I'm owning my mistake, and I'm saying correction. Buried in the 35th minute, which does nothing about last week when I was like,
you're basically the other side of Alex Jones.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Fucking.
So you guys should really sign up for my dirt sheet called Bulldogs
Operation Mockingbird. You fucking
dumps.
lying piece of shit.
What's that?
What it's called?
Catch it, Patreon. Bulldog dumps.
Fucking red coat.
Operation
Yeah,
Eagle has landed.
Mm-hmm.
I
Some
like your
big
lights, though.
superstars on his way out? Question mark.
What? Who's on their way out now? Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would post that.
My source
Pointing
says
at your little lit up bulldog back there.
I almost forwarded something too to where someone does like, I mean, they have a few thousand followers or whatever, but it's just a regular guy. And he always starts out with, he's like, my sources and my rumors tell me they're things I just made up. And then like, he just tells what he thinks. And at the end of it, he's like, and don't forget, these are my rumors and my sources, which I completely fabricated and made up. And then he just tells you what his opinion is.
See,
but he
that's
always
very
starts
funny.
and stops it.
Yeah.
That's just he mocks.
do
He mocks the
that.
way
I'll
everybody else
watch you
does
and
it,
I'll
yeah.
listen to you. That's hilarious.
Yeah, he just mocks like the sites or whatever. It is funny.
We should start doing stuff like that, like going on, while we're recording Unscripted, looking at like wrestling pages, looking at the stupid comments or something, or just go through dirt sheets and look at the posts. The
like what?
headlines.
Yeah, what do our made up sources say? Just plant shit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so it's so funny. So I just said that, but then in Raw, you know how they've been planting Easter eggs in the camera angles? They had Liv walking out the locker room while the interview was going on with Dom following her 10 seconds
Yes,
later.
I saw that in the background, like in the.
Oh,
background,
yeah, Liv Morgan,
they did
yeah.
that
which
on
is
the-
incredible for what's like when Rhea comes back. Like,
Yeah.
There you go, dirt sheets.
Dude, fans
Fucking
love
report
that.
on
What took them so long? Like, honestly, like fans love that shit. They love the barcodes or the little.
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
barcodes. I'm so fucking
like
old.
The little
the whole
little,
Uncle Howdy shit that's coming
subliminal
back.
QR
like,
codes
it's
or whatever.
all-
Yeah, like
Yeah, the
people
QR
love to
codes.
figure that out. They're like, pause it. It's just I'm coming
They-
home. Oh, I knew
The
it.
screen just
ah.
glitched. I'm gonna check the code.
Yeah.
Who's in the background? Live Oxford Dominic. And then they freak out. And, oh,
That
give me a
leads to
moment.
an address,
Liv's
which is
butthole,
latitude and
like-
longitude of Des Moines, which is where
Yeah.
Liv first wrestled. Shut up.
Like, and it's genius because like they want you
a-
to think about it. So even after their program goes off
Yeah.
air, they're like, go find that code. Go find that code.
Because then you'll go to whatever website that's going to get the fucking view, the
Yeah.
clicks and all that shit, or if it's going to be WWE.com or whatever. You're sending the traffic wherever you want to go, and then they're going to make merchandise
You
off of that. And
Told you.
it's
and they get to
Hey
pretest the
guys,
story.
my
If
sources just told me.
if they care or not, like you'll know before the story.
who
Like so, if they're following the QE codes or they're not, they're like they don't give a shit.
I'm not going
Or,
to
like,
give the website credit, but they are some of the worst. I mean, they're a pretty big, well-known website, wrestling. They do other sports.
Yeah,
I think they're
Meltzer.
located in another country, but the headlines, because I have Newsbreak on my phone, and I get, notifications from it, it's always the fucking most scumbag piece of shit. Like, there was one, it said, Stone Cold devastated. Natty sends condolences, breaking news. And then you go to it, and it's about like a post from 2 years ago when he paid tribute to his dog that died. I'm like, you fucking motherfucking
Yep.
piece of shits. You are
Yeah.
they are the fucking worst. And it's always something like that where it's like, rest in
Yeah.
peace, wrestler going through tragedy. And then like you read, it's like, that fucking person died like 4 years ago. And they're literally
Yep.
posting it now. It's like, people should be murdered. Those are some of the people that should be murdered.
Yep.
I will say that.
WrestleZone,
I
you're one of
condone
them. Yep.
killing people.
Or no, it's like that, and then they also do headlines like Drew McIntyre leaving, and then
Yeah.
like you click on it
Yeah.
or whatever. We got Drew McIntyre as he was leaving the hotel to catch his flight to the next city. I'm like,
Yeah.
you fucking motherfucker! Like I was like,
Or not
God
even
damn
that.
it.
They'll just say Drew McIntyre leaving, and then it'll be like Drew McIntyre just re-signed with the WWE.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Something
They'll do
stupid.
something like that.
Ah, man. I
I
said,
mean, we're just describing the way media's been for decades
I wish
now, but
I was
like,
born
it's
with
annoying,
a flame. I wish I was born with flamethrowers on my hand, and then I would just go to all those people and just
Yeah.
incinerate
Like,
them.
You go
Like,
through
I
a computer
literally
a day.
would watch.
Like
Like,
I
you
would
go through a
sneak up
table
behind
and
them.
a mouse a
for a
day.
long time.
I would sneak up behind them as they were writing whatever their next stupid clickbait article. I would watch them write it until the end, and then I would fucking just a little bit so they can feel like like where they're screaming and shit.
And
then,
send.
I want you to know why you're
Good job.
dying right
Good
now.
job, Kyle. I'm gonna rest.
You're dying because of
Flamethrower.
bro.
Is he gonna rest? He just sleeps in his chair. Another successful bullshit headline posted.
And Cuss is like,
Like
flamethrower.
his cousin just flames up like he's first life.
It was toasty.
Your articles are hot.
Yeah.
And he would do like Schwarzenegger like insults when he killed him. You're on fire.
You better cool down.
Ice to see you.
There's no ice. Fire.
What's up?
All right, well.
I just like because he's fantasized about this. He's very specific. I wish I had flamethrowers on my hand. Like this is very specific. Like this is
When I used to drive in traffic, I would always
10,000
wish
words.
I had
The newsletter almost done.
and just throw all the cars off the freeway, regardless of what would happen to the people in the car. So,
There's a knock at the door, but I'm going to ignore it. I'm just going to sleep. You just come up behind him and flame through.
Okay. He's all,
that's how Meltzer snores.
passed out on his fucking couch with newspapers around him.
I got lightheaded when I left. Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
should have cleaned your room, Meltzer. Fucking fire hazard.
Not there, though. Those are my papers.
There's 10,000 words on that one page.
Podcaster threatens Meltzer death. Click.
Here's videos
the
of the
last
inside
3
of his house
minutes.
burned to the ground. Like,
What's up?
oh shit, he's dead.
Oh,
Sorry, buddy. Thank you.
buddy.
Love you, Meltzer.
Hugs and kisses.
Hey, like I said, when he's the historian, when he's Dave Meltzer, the historian, respect him.
When he transforms into Dave Meltzer, like
Yeah.
he's no.
Actually, I'm more entertained by it now. Like I actually like watching just like anytime it's like when Brian brings up something, like if WWE had a good number, like attendance or something. Well, I guess people went. I guess
And he
people
never
went to the show.
finishes the thought. By the way, he
I
doesn't.
guess they sold out.
He never says a definitive sentence. Like, well, that's really good news for them. He never says that. He just goes, well, that's good news. No, I mean, if you think about it, so when they first started, back when Triple H said, like, okay, so The Rock came aboard, right? And then you're like, fucking, what are you doing? Like, it's just he goes down 18 different streets at the same exact time.
Took over creative, and it all goes back to the click when they took the picture of me. Because like, and then just
That's so funny. You know what? Say what you want about that guy. That guy for 30 years has survived the dirt sheets, the newsletters, the printable stuff, the mailable stuff, the beginning of the internet, and then now with clicks and social media and streaming, they've survived it, and he's still like on top of the heap. So
I'm still here. I guess you guys are just a bunch of fuckers.
30 plus years of just writing about a fake sport. You're like,
Yeah.
One second, Mom. I'm on the internet. 1 second, Mom. He's still living with
And
Mom.
he gets like under people's skin still to this day. Like Bischoff will get super animated and his face gets red and he starts yelling, and so does Bruce Pritchard, and like he's laughing.
I mean,
Much
those
as,
guys.
like,
He's laughing at
just
them.
put me over like over and over again. Like keep talking about me. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah. I mean,
You're going to give me clicks so people can try to tear apart my facts or whatever. Sounds good. They're still clicking.
like,
go ahead.
Still
how
clicking.
many people has heard his name on Bruce's podcast so many times that now he's got new subscribers from it. Like, okay, thank you.
And that's the way
all day.
It's also the way Conrad's super smart about it too, because Conrad is like the guy who reads from it. And and then this happened or whatever Meltzer said at the time, and then he'll read what Meltzer said, and then that gets Bruce Pritchard off. But Conrad is like the straight guy going, I'm just reading what Meltzer wrote.
I'm just
like,
reading
and it's
what
just
he's
whole,
saying.
I like Meltzer. I
Now,
love
by
his
the way, have you
rap.
seen the photos of Pritchard and Meltzer? Like Pritchard fucking
they're
definitely
hugging.
called Meltzer. Yeah, in the back of an arena show.
They all
Like,
did.
It's
They
all bullshit.
did. Yeah, they
It's
all
no
did.
different. Like,
Bischoff did
he's
all the
the
time.
Adam Schefter of like wrestling, and has been doing for decades before Adam Schefter. They need him. They hate him. It's the endless cycle. It's just
when they get to a point
Whatever.
where only the hardcores are watching their product, they're like, how can I get any kind of positive reviews out there? And they're like, they call Meltzer. He's like, oh, I'll hook up. I'll hook a brother up. And then like on his,
You want some
But
more
even on a
positive review?
smaller note, you want to like tweak a little bit, like about like we have nothing for Cody, or what do you think about this thing, or like blah blah blah. Like you just fucking plant it with Meltzer, or any of the top 3 guys, like
or you just
Sean,
or they
Ross,
or they
Scott,
or they
whatever the
just
fuck his name
completely
is.
use them and just pump them full of like disinformation.
Yes,
Yeah.
Like so they can head fake everybody.
Bro, swerve.
bro.
Swerve.
They're gonna think WrestleMania is in Vegas, but it's gonna be in Minnesota.
Minnesota on a
times.
pole, bro.
You do a good Russo, Jess. Do Russo of selling
No,
like
just-
faking.
Because he says the same phrase every time on every documentary segment. Bro, from day one. And then it's a lie. And like that, she says about everything. From day one, I
His predictions are
just couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't do it, bro. It's like, yeah, I know. You're another one that like I was innocently minding my own business, bro. And all this shit, wah, wah, wah. Like, yeah, I'm sure.
Cornette came to my house and said, "Bro, Can you pay my rent, brother, this month? I gave it to him gladly.
I love the fact that, like, I know it's completely immature and it doesn't make any sense, but it gets some clicks. Cornette's hatred for him, I can listen to it all day long.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I think he will. He'll murder him,
him.
right? When they meet up.
He hates
like,
him. That's what he says. He's like, I will go to jail that day. If I see him in person and I have like a clear path to him, like I will go to jail that day. He's like, I will assault him. And
Shit
so he's
stain.
like, bro, look, I'm not afraid of Cornette, bro. I'm not afraid of him. But I did file a restraining order because I fear for my wife and my kids. That's why.
You just saw like a.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. Like there was one where Russo, like he called Russo or he emailed. I don't know what happened, but he pretty much said like, yeah, I'm gonna meet
Russo.
you. I want to, yeah, we'll meet on this parking lot, just you and me. I'm not going to do it for charity because Russo's like, why don't we do a stage show? We'll donate charity. He's like, no, he's all, fuck that shit. He's all, you and me by ourselves. I don't want any fucking cameras. We're not doing anything live. No, our friends are going to be there. It's you and me. He's like, I will get out. I will get a bat from my trunk and I will cave your fucking skull in. Like, and so he was just like, bro, you got to help me, bro. He's going to metaphorically bash. So yeah, it's like, and then he did it on purpose to piss Cornette off. So Cornette's like, cops called me, and Cornette's all pissed off or whatever. It's a fucking pussy father thing. It's like, well, he did piss you off.
That's hilarious. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the best. Their feud is the best. Like it's a gift that keeps on giving. If you get down like a wormhole,
there's money to be made when they get desperate, and then you.
Oh yeah, WrestleMania. Can you imagine?
It's
when they're facing off,
like the same Hall of Fame class together.
You're special. You do. It's just.
Oh, we just gotta put him
responsible for the Crash TV generation. Yeah. Vince Russo.
Vince Russo just sees fucking tennis rackets lying around his yard.
As manager of Yokozuna and the Heavenly Bodies, this next representative. They just start beating the fuck out of each other, like in the middle of WrestleMania stage.
It's just a brutal match. It's like not even fun. It's super uncomfortable. Like I'm just like, this is really bad. Like, oh, horrible.
He just put Russo's crucifix that he wears on his chest in his eyeball. I don't think that's gimmicked. I think they
hammered it in with a
legitimately
fucking
runs
bat.
him over with a car.
Fucking just went through his skull.
It was weird. He had a shotgun, and I don't know how they did it. But the back of his
there was a hole back there. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Like,
it's really good. They get really
it was
good.
blood everywhere.
All over some lady in the
It was
front row.
amazing. I'd like to see how they faked that.
People complain about AEW getting glass on the fans.
The police tape is still up there, but Mania's got to go tonight.
They put the chalk on the ground. It was crazy. Like they were like full on, like for real.
They literally escorted us out.
Dude, his like
Cornette
wife or whatever, kids are in on the gimmick.
There's a standoff.
80,000 people. To keep it real, they escorted 80,000 people out of the arena.
And there was literally a standoff between Cornette and the cops.
They brought up the house
Cornette
lights and
literally
pulled the
blasted
cameras
his own
way back.
brains out.
There's a standoff.
Dude, it must have cost so much money to have all the police cars that were lined all around the stadium for 3 miles. That must have been so much money from Triple H's pocket.
Man, this new Triple H era.
This is
awesome.
It really is the reality era.
Best thing in the
This
world.
is really cool.
Oh man, you listen to Cornette tonight?
No, he's dead. After that one.
Oh man.
What happened? Where'd we go?
We got to.
What happened?
Yeah, I don't know where we went, but
this
everybody,
is gonna be
Craig,
on
where,
HBO.
what's your thing, Craig? You gotta end it.
Hey,
that
we'll see you at the matches.
Yeah, go ahead. And
Oh, Dave Meltzer story. I can't remember what you did.